Well, a Canadian company is looking to invest in the next generation of entrepreneurs. The Regenerative Capital Group is one of the country's only accelerators focused on investing specifically in young entrepreneurs. For more on this, we're joined by Cordell Jacks, the CEO of Regenerative Capital Group. Cordell, thanks so much for making time for us today.
Thanks for having me, Jacqueline.
So I understand that you're just launching this search for a cohort of entrepreneurs to run companies. Can you tell us how this process works? You've been around for a couple of years, but you're in the thick of this most recent search.
Yeah, really, our catalyst of this initiative started about 2 years ago. We started to look at how we can support the entrepreneurship ecosystem in Canada and really noticed something interesting happening south of the border to us in the United States. We saw that Ivy League business schools were starting to teach entrepreneurship through acquisition, this alternative career path to entrepreneurship, rather than just starting a new venture, a startup. And we started to ask ourselves, what could we do here to support the Canadian ecosystem? And as we looked across the Canadian ecosystem, we saw none of our business schools teaching ETA or entrepreneurship through acquisition. And we asked ourselves, how can we support that? And how can we ultimately start a fund to support these acquisition entrepreneurs as they move forward in their career?
Yeah, break that down for us just a little bit more, that entrepreneurship through acquisition. What exactly is that?
Well, we all know about acquisitions that are done by businesses and by individuals. Really, what's emerged in the last 30 years or so is this little subset category of entrepreneurship through acquisition. How might an entrepreneur, rather than starting a new venture, skip that risky startup phase, go and acquire a small, medium enterprise that has already found market traction, market fit, acquire that from an owner who's looking for succession, and then take that good business and make it a great business.
So are you're helping with the funding aspect of this, but also with finding the entrepreneurs that would make good leaders at these companies?
Yeah, really, Regenerative Capital Group is about addressing three macro trends that are happening in the Canadian society right now. The first is looking at what's been deemed the silver tsunami. So most of our economy is made up of small businesses. Most small business owners are baby boomers looking to retire in the next 10 years or so. Most baby boomers, unfortunately, don't have a succession plan in place. So that's really the first trend. The second trend is this changing nature of entrepreneurship. Rather than going into startups and having 60 to 70, 80% failure rates, how can we acquire a good business? And ultimately, we want of our youngest, brightest, and best minds not to be failing at that rate. That's because of this third macro trend, which is the poly crisis. This myriad of existential issues we're facing, whether it be climate change, biosphere degradation, widespread mental health issues, rising inequality. How can we ultimately ask the next generation of entrepreneurs not to go and start up, but take this succession opportunity, take these good businesses and make them great by becoming a force for good in society?
Cordell, could you give us an example of a business that you think has potential to be acquired in this way and be run by a new entrepreneur?
Yeah, well, ultimately, Regenerative Capital Group is sector agnostic. We think that most businesses can look at a wider lens of value creation, not just profit maximization and not just shareholder profit, but our wider stakeholder maximization. So when we look at any business in any sector, how might we look at the wider stakeholders, whether that be employees, clients, value chain partners, the society in which these businesses reside in, the material areas of impact that the business has with the environment? How do we use that wider lens and that wider ecosystem to ultimately derive that net positive value?
And what about on the entrepreneur side of things? What would you be looking for in your search for some of these entrepreneurs?
Yeah, well, ultimately, that's what we're in the midst of right now. Now until September 15th, Regenerative Capital Group is looking for a cohort of our first entrepreneurs to support, to search for, acquire, transition into the leadership roles of these companies, and ultimately take them on a regenerative value creation journey. We're looking for the same types of attitudes and characteristics that you often see from entrepreneurs, which are grit, hunger, ambition, but most importantly, we're really looking for values alignment, for those that are really seeking a platform for impact and change. And so how might you as an entrepreneur take your experience in whatever sector, in whatever networks you bring to the table, to look for an opportunity to derive that kind of impact and value through this type of platform.
And in terms of, the money that you have behind you, Cordell, in order to do this, can you give us a bit of a sense of that?
Yeah, so my business partner put up the Upfront Capital to launch this first cohort of impact entrepreneurs. And ultimately, since we are just going into our first cohort, we've actually started to attract a much wider ecosystem of those values-aligned investors. And who we are bringing to the table here are not passive investors. Again, these are active investors. This whole model of entrepreneurship through acquisition is really predicated on the support of these types of investors who aren't just passively putting money into a fund and waiting for a return, but are ultimately interested in supporting this next generation of entrepreneurs to make this leadership transition and to ultimately make this transition of supporting small, medium enterprises in Canada towards that wider impact and value creation.